Hello all, and welcome back to Minecraft with me, Rubilon. So, on the server, and currently actually Shengraf's on as well, and working on slaughtering zombies. So, we've been kind of busy. Got ourselves, got my ender quarry running. Actually, it's shut off right now. I don't have enough power to run it. So that's a future project, power for my quarry. I replaced all of my stairs with elevators, so now using elevator transportation. Slowly moving into the future. Got a couple of my power things up here, which I will be moving downstairs. Let's see, current projects. Blaze spawner, actually, that is the first thing I should show you. The blaze spawner is built and is currently functional as long as I'm over here. You see down here, you can see we got a blaze. We got a couple stacks of blaze rods. I spent one night just sitting here idling while I was sleeping and picked up quite a few. That should spin up. Come on. You know you wanna. There we go. There we go. And another blaze rod. Also, so I'm using an advanced item collector with a, oh, come on, filter that is whitelisted for blaze rods, so I'm not picking up any of the chicken eggs or anything like that. And that's sitting on top of an ender chest. And I'll show the recipe for that here in a second. But what that does is, like a regular chest, an ender chest lets me open it anywhere, but I have my own frequency. So this 3 purples lets me control that these items, that particular chest over here is linked to this chest over here, and also to this ender pouch I created, so I can access them anywhere, which is really cool. So I should probably show that real quick. We got an ender chest. There we go. Which was 4 blaze rods, a couple of obsidian, chest, a pearl, and then you can use any colored wool. Whatever color you dye the wool, is all 3 of these will be that color. So I've decided to pick purple. I believe Shengraf will be using red. So the next project that was on the list, so I can take that off, was applied energistics. Yeah, I finally actually looked at it and realized, yeah, I was completely off. So, needed to set up inscribers, need to create an ME controller. Didn't really have to, but ME controllers really help long term. And I wanted to build a crafting computer because I'd like to start automating some of the stuff. So first off, we now have a wall of my heads. That is now a thing. Because I've just died so many times from so many things. I've actually died more times than what's on this wall because my heads were destroyed. I couldn't put them on. I am thinking about going into Ars Magica. I did make the book. I might make another one just because it looks so cool and I want you guys to be able to see that. So over here, as you can see, I have my inscribers with all the different presses that we found. And back here we've got high temperature furnace running. Oh, that's still running. Is that not fully charged? Guess not. I guess for now what I can do is, hold on, because I don't want to waste all that charcoal. I think I can, there we go. I'll turn that off. And preserve the very little charcoal I managed to save. Yeah, that's a thing. Okay. We'll put this Oh, I don't have anything in there right now. Okay. Oh well, I'll put that in there. I was growing some crystals. I had to use. Okay. Let me back up. Let me start with the inscribers. So as you can see back here, I got the high temperature furnace, and with an energy transfer node, I was able to transfer power to all of these. So now all I got to do is, well, let's take for example silicon, because I always need more silicons. So in the silicon press, I just plop that in there. It powers on up. And you see it makes a press. So cool. I've got all of them set up for all 4 of them, though I need to make some pure Certus crystal or something like that. Yeah. And then that's what I press in there to make the calculation press. And I think that's, yeah, because then these 3 get pressed into the silicon to make the next tier of the pressed items. Along with redstone. But we'll be automating that later, so I'll go more into depth about that. I did move my pulverizer down here, so it'd have a constant power from this. And I currently have it set to output. That's the orange. Outputting to this chest. So I was making some sand for glass earlier. And, yeah, that's a thing. Also, I found out that you can actually pulverize wool and get string. Very useful, because my roommate needed some for making an blood magic air balloon. I'll probably show you guys that in a bit. So, and over here, this contraption is basically our cobblestone generator. Under each of these pieces of cobblestone is a piece of lava. So I've got lava, water, lava. So that's all using a world interaction upgrade to generate cobblestone, which I currently having been pumped into a deep storage. Currently got over 1 million in one day. That is not bad at all. Eventually I'll probably make a couple more rows of this. So that way, because eventually, that 1 million, nowhere near what I'm going to need eventually. Because I'm going to start making compressed cobblestone. Let's see here. Ooh, this is going to be a pain to search through. Let's see if I can find... I guess I'll have to search it the other way. Compressed. There it is, compressed cobblestone, which has 9 cobblestone. So you take the 9 and you compress it. And then you take 9 of those and compress them to a double. 9 of those for triple, etc. And then once you get up to quadruple compressed, you can start making... let's see, click quadruple. I am on quadruple compressed. Doesn't show the recipe. Anyway, you use this to make bedrockium. And the bedrockium specifically, you can make the bedrockium barrels, which hold a couple thousand buckets, I think. There we go, bedrockium drum. And that will hold 65,000 buckets worth of, well, anything fluid. So, which can be really useful. Especially for things like, eventually I'd like to replace the spikes I have on the blazes to be able to create, I'd like to make a not pulverizer, a mob grinder, so I can get the liquid XP from that to be able to use that for other machines. So I can put that away for now. Go ahead and put this, oops, a little bit of lag there. Put away the compendium for now. I'll be doing some more research on that before I finally actually do that on camera. So I did finish the inscribers. So next is the ME controller. And that is currently sitting right here. Oops. Had to smelt a couple of skystone. So now I can actually... Oh, come on. Made pure Fluix crystal. The engineering processor. Yeah. So I should probably... So the way that I made some of these is kind of fun. So what I had to do was I had to make... well, that's what it's used for. How to make it. So I had to make a Fluix seed from Fluix dust and sand. And I had to craft that in my crafting square to create the Fluix seed, which I dropped in that water with that growth accelerator that I had downstairs. And that's why I had to... That's actually what I was... I can go back down there real quick and show you. Why I was having that... Why I had the energy acceptor set up through an energy cell was to power this crystal growth accelerator. Speaking of, I should probably undo that so that way the energy cell holds onto its juice. I'll just leave that there for now. So I probably need to grow more things eventually. But yeah, so I was having to use the acceptor to put power into this so I could power this. So one big, gotta do all these things just to do one thing. And what that did is help grow the crystals faster. So that way I wasn't waiting nearly as long. So once I got that done, it grew into the pure Fluix crystals. And then, of course, the engineering processor, as I showed downstairs, I can actually show you how I did it real quick. Is I compressed diamond with the engineering press to create the basic engineering block. And then took that plus a piece of redstone and a printed silicon to press into that engineering. And, of course, the skystone is just from the meteor. I just smelted it down to the actual skystone block. So now we have a couple of ME controllers. So that'll this will get us started into really more advanced AE stuff. Though right now, they're dead. And that's because we don't have power. So we need to go into power. And obviously this is not working nearly as well as I was hoping it would. Honestly, it just burns through the coal so quickly and just doesn't give anything in return. So what I'd like to do is actually... I've got a couple choices. I could go with a regular furnace and just have that going into a... Because you get so much more power out of each cobblestone, each coal, using it this way. Yeah, see, it generates 20,000 RF at 40 RF a tick. So, I mean, at least it gets 20,000 out of it. Whereas this is, I was only getting 400 or something like that. And it was burning through it so quick. So I'd probably stick with just the furnace generator for now, if I do stick with that. Something else I'd like to get into is to make some windmills. Oops. Wind. There we go. Wind turbine, I'm sorry. From mechanisms generators. But that requires me going into yet another, that requires me to get into mechanism. Because I gotta be able to take redstone and osmium to turn into the circuits. Oops, wrong, that's the same circuit. Also gotta turn iron. At least it only uses the redstone. Because there's like 3 different things you can power this metallurgic infuser with. And so just a whole lot of things I'd have to do. And that uses osmium. So luckily, osmium's one of my favorite elements, obviously, to get started with. And so yeah, we do have that ability. Oops. So, eventually we need to get into crafting computers. But first... So for AE, we need to get into power. And then we can get to crafting comps. But right now, it's actually not what I want to currently work on. I mostly wanted to give you guys an update on what all was going on. You know, I said I was going to do this, and I ended up doing it off camera. Used up every piece of iron I had to create all those metal spikes down there, which is working great for murdering these blazes. But kill the thing by my door. What is he? Oh, yeah, that's a thing. He's still trying to get through a lot of the basic blood magic, as you can see here. He's still... Oh, wow. Got a bit of a mosh pit going on here. He's got his tier 2 blood altar going on, but he needs a few things to get it to the next level. And one of the things, he's using a zombie spawner to create those right now, which is okay, but, well, as you can hear, very loud, and not that efficient. So what we'd like to do is move up to witch-powered, but I'm going to have to go find witches for him to use. So, or he'll have to find witches, one of the two. I've got some golden lassos. I can go find some for him, at least get him started. But he's going to have to manually create himself a well of suffering so he can get that going. He does have this here. It's his floating blood quarry. So how this works is he activates this Master Ritual Stone, and it picks up any ores from beneath him. And normally he has a crusher on top that'll take all of those ores and place them into a chest for him. But because of his current setup, he doesn't quite have that, because he doesn't have the ability to do dusk runes. So he's... Let me get past this real quick. So, I mean, if he wants to, he could manually place those dusk runes and get it running, but he'd really like to get to tier 4. So he might end up doing it manually with the witches, but until then, he's gonna have to stand there and cut his own wrist, or kill zombies, or wear some armor that damages him down to half a heart until it's full or something. He's got his own ways of doing things. Let's see. I have moved up to using beef. He does have a chicken spawner out here that is active and running, so I could be using chicken, but I think I'll just let him keep that. I got my cattle running. Oh, got some cobblestone here. Really needed, and this is part of the reason I want to get that ME controller and all running, is I really want to create the storage so I can just dump all the stuff into storage and be able to find all my stuff easier. But I think that's also waiting on... I think I ended up deciding I was going to wait... I mean, even I made an ME drive, but I think I ran into the same problem. I need power. And I've got a few ways I could do it. I could... And I've been debating as I could go to the nether and set up a pump and have that fill up barrels full of lava for me, and then use lava generators. I could keep doing what I've been doing with charcoal and those types of generators. Of course, that's not that efficient, and though I did upgrade my lumber axe. I completely forgot about this in that mod, is that you can take power cells and add them to your items. It looks like it only works on the higher tier ones, like the hammer and the lumber axe. I wanted to put them on my longsword and my pickaxe, but it wouldn't let me, sadly. But I do have it here on this Alamite lumber axe. So now when I go and... You know what, let's go to the mining world real quick. So now that my axe is actually powered through RF, it actually doesn't take any damage from doing... It shouldn't take any damage from turning all of this into charcoal. So let's... I haven't done this in a while, so it should completely work. You know what? I'm actually going to put... I'll probably go ahead and put my collector upgrade back onto this, just so I can go ahead and... It makes it so much easier to pick everything up. I did have to turn off all my Britannia stuff. We were trying to see if that might have... We were having some major lag issues, and we were trying to see if that might have been the cause, but it doesn't seem to be, so I'll probably be turning everything back on and reactivating my... Oops. Okay, there we go. Going back into Britannia again. So that way we can make a ring of magnetization and stuff like that again. So, whoa, lag. This one I expected, though. Whoa. Whew. Completely locked up there for a minute. Still lagging. Oh, the experience in my face. There we go. I can move again. Wow, that just... The experience just does not want to go in any faster, does it? Wow. There's experience everywhere. I'm going to have to do something about this. Because I know I can... Wow. Oh god. I can't see. Alright, anyway, if we look at it though, some of my durability's gone, but I think that's because of some latent damage from that I had before, but most of the damage went to RF. And now if we just take this, hardened flux capacitor, which you can put onto the items, this should start... Should? Maybe? Doesn't seem to be working. That should be charging up the lumber axe, but I can always just throw the lumber axe into my energetic infuser and it'll charge right up. So, let me get all this experience and stuff taken care of and I'll be right back. Alright, so that takes care of that. Ended up having to wait till nighttime to be able to plant the trees. So, might end up taking some night stone from that local cemetery and plopping it down somewhere here so I can make it nighttime when I do this. Yeah, I really need to get this thing running again. I did manage to get, there's like 7 diamond ore in here and some redstone and stuff, so definitely, I mean, it was working, but I just need a better power source. And what I'd really like to do, my end goal, is to build solar power. But until then, gotta find a way to make do. Let's see. It'd be really nice if there was something that did water power. But really isn't that much water flow unless you set it up right, and pipe dreams. Of course, with Minecraft, it's literally an infinite source because you just put a source block and have it flow over something. So it'd kind of be broken. But hey, the ultimate in renewable power. Was that a zombie sitting in front of his house? Let's drop down and make sure. No? Okay, just a couple stuck over there. That's fine. Got engines. Let's float up here. See, now if we pop this in here, it'll just power on up. Rather than having to wait for the moss to repair it, I can just power it, which is really nice. especially with something that massive that I'm having to do that much damage with. If I'd have been using regular durability, it'd almost be broken, and then I'd be waiting forever for it to fix itself, or I had to waste more alamite to fix it. So, that's a thing. Wait, blood magic has a wind generator? Huh. I wonder what that makes. I will have to work with Shengraf and see if we can look into that. So I need I need power to make power. That's a thing. So I think what I'm going to do is I guess I'll make the upgraded version of the furnace generator. Go ahead and go with the times 16. And then have that going into an energy cell. So that way the energy's stored. Oh. That's who was... It was somebody at my door. Hi. You gonna take damage for me? Thank you. Thank you kindly. Can I use this for anything else? No. Okay, that's... We'll just pop... let's put it somewhere else, because I'm not going to use it. There we go. And... I'm not going to use these, so I'm going to go ahead and smelt them down. I did find a nice way to use... to get rid of old tools that I'm not using anymore. So by, especially the metal tools, what I can do, slap a enchantment on them, repair them with experience, and then pull the enchantment back off. It costs me a couple of levels, but I'm not really hurting for levels. Enchant, repair, disenchant, repeat. And then I can just pop them right here, and those will melt on up. Looks like the steel pickaxe might not work. We'll find out in a little bit. If not, that's okay. I can hold on to that for breaking headstones if I die again. Correction, when I die again. I just have a really bad habit of that. Oh, rotten flesh can go somewhere. There we go. Alright. Well, current project, power. So for now, I'm probably going to go do some research, figure out what I can do to help to do that. I might look into blood magic as a power, the wind turbine from blood magic, see if that works. If so, we may be using some blood magic. If not, well, we'll see what I end up using. So thank you all for watching again. It is I enjoy making these. I hope you guys enjoy watching them. Whoa. Oops. Hope you guys enjoy watching them as much as I enjoy making them. Forget it, I'm flying. If you enjoy the videos, please like. I know there wasn't much in this one. Didn't get a lot done. I didn't have much planned, but I wanted to get you guys updated on what I was doing. So, but if you want to see more of my videos in the future, please subscribe, share this with your friends, and have yourself a wonderful day.